Sharpie markers and alcohol. What could go wrong, right? Stick around and see what we do with them.
Hi everybody, it's Sarah. Today we are going to make Sharpie Marker Coasters, and all you need to get started doing this is some Sharpie markers in colors of your choice, some ceramic or glazed tile you can pick up at any home improvement store. They are very inexpensive. You need some felt or cork for the bottom of them, just something to finish off the bottom so they don't scratch your tables when you're done. You need a straw. You need some alcohol. 91% is the best alcohol to use with this project, but any will work. And a lighter. Alright, so let's get started. First thing you're going to do is just color in any way, shape, or form that you would like. And I just like to scribble so it gives it a free-form effect, and there's really no pattern to it, because if you try to make a pattern, what will happen a lot of times once you spray it with the alcohol, start moving it around, you lose that pattern anyway. So don't fixate on the patterns. Okay, and I'm just going to pretty much fill in the coaster. You want plenty of color. You really want to saturate your tile with color here. You can use less, but you will lose some of the color in the process. Alright, so once you have your tile colored, you want to take your alcohol, which you do want to have in a spray bottle, and you just want to really saturate that coaster. Really start playing around and getting that ink to move around there. Okay, then you can take your straw and just start blowing and moving it around that way. All right, and once you have that moved around how you would like it, I want to be sure I get all those corners covered. You can either leave it to set and dry like this, or for the fun part, you can take your lighter. Actually, before I do that, trust me, you want to move it on a surface that does not have the alcohol on it. There we go. Right, there we go. Get those colors back in the edges again. And you want to just light that on fire. Let it go. It will burn itself out rather quickly. Any edges like this that you see that haven't quite caught fire and burned, go ahead and relight those. Okay, there you go. It is that quick and easy. It is really not hot when it gets done. The fire does not burn hot enough or long enough to heat the tile up too much. So it's not a project you want to work with kids because you don't want them around the fire. You do want to be careful that the alcohol that is on your table, on your paper you're spraying on, doesn't catch fire. You don't want to have a mishap like that. But as you can see, it leaves some really cool designs. So that is all you have to do to get these coasters to have some really neat designs on them. All you need is your Sharpie markers, some alcohol. Let me show you how it will turn out if you don't catch it on fire real quick. Go ahead and get this cleaned up here. Okay, so again, just coloring, getting your coaster really saturated with the colors. Go a little bit different here with the color. This is really not any different, is it? And I'll just pull in a lighter blue here, just for fun. Right, and again, we just want to really saturate the Sharpies so we can get that ink flowing around. Okay, now we just want to leave that to dry, and that will take a little bit, but you will see how it looks if you don't burn the alcohol off. The finished effect is a little bit different, but it still comes out really cool in the end. Okay, for this last one, we are simply going to color in like we did on the first several examples, but we are going to use less alcohol in the end, and I will show you how you can do that. Okay, and again, no real pattern, just random colors. Now I'm going to go in and spray down like I did before, but not as much alcohol. And then I'm just going to take a brush and we're just going to go in and kind of move things around with the brush. Oops. Did not get that quite as cleaned off as I wanted. Okay, and we will let that go ahead and set. But what we're going to do is just bring this up high, spray down randomly, and then just let that set. As you can see, it leaves that speckled pattern, and that is just another way you can come up with a design for your coaster. Here are the 3 coasters that we've done. They've all set about 24 hours now, so they're definitely dry to the touch. This is the first one that we did where we burned the alcohol, and you can see the layers that the fire has left. This is the one that we left to set and dry on its own, and that really came out with some cool designs as well. I really like that one. And this third one is the one where we used the less alcohol and the brush and then just sprayed down to get some texture and speckling on it. So those are the 3 different ways that you can make, well, 3 of the different ways that you can make your coasters. The next step you want to do is you want to spray the coasters with a sealer. And the one I like to use is this Kmart varnish, and this messes with the texture and the finish of your alcohol inks the least of the ones that I've found. So what you want to do is spray 2 or 3 light layers on it, letting it dry in between coats. Then you can use either your polyacrylic or another sealer that you would like in order to give it a more durable finish. And again, you know me, you can use the dishwasher safe Mod Podge. Once it dries and cures, you won't have to worry about getting any rings or marks on your coasters. You do have to be careful about the brush marks. So we will go into different ways to keep from getting brush marks when you use Mod Podge in one of my videos in the future. But for now, what I really like to cover these with the most is, again, the Kmart varnish. And then I do use a polyacrylic on them. I have made some of these in the past where I have used the polyacrylic on them or a polyurethane sealer and given them as gifts. They've held up for years. So you don't have to be worried about the heat of a coffee cup messing with them or anything. Just under normal, regular, everyday use, it will stand up just fine over time. The last thing you want to do is you want to use either felt or a cork board and put it on the bottom so you do not scratch or mar your finish of the furniture you're trying to protect to begin with. You can use the rubber bumpers for pictures. You can buy some cheap felt furniture pads and cut them up even at the Dollar Tree. Or again, you can use just felt along the bottom, or you can use corkboard. It's up to you completely. You just want to be sure that this doesn't damage the furniture you're trying to protect in the end. Well, that's it for today. I hope you guys loved this project. I really liked how everything came out. If you like what we're doing here on this channel, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you very soon for the next project. Bye-bye.